Hello, this is just a little bit of an extra. You might notice that Noelle is not the main character here. This is my adepts that I said I was going to be making. Basically, I am processing video, and I don't generally record while I process video at the same time. I've already had one crash trying to do this little snippet, but we'll see if this works. Um, because I'm processing video at the same time as doing this. Anyway, this is my adept. Um, okay. I do have some conjuring so that I have astral perception, which is an adept trait. I have some summoning in order to get a totem, which adepts can have. I have a cyberware affinity getting up because it's something I read in here. This is the only little chintzy thing. You can get up to 3, you get a bonus essence, and then you can get some cyberware or bioware off of that for an enhancement. So I can get 1 essence worth of cyberware and still be at full 6 essence. My quickness is not high because I'm going for a body-based, a hit point-based person. I don't have any biotech, which is a little bit thing. My charisma's low compared to the other thing, which means I've had a little bit of trouble. Like, what's her name? Isabel's old friend in the DECCON mission did not see things our way, and we had to fight our way past the police on that. Um, I'm doing melee weapons because I want to get those magic weapons. I've got gang and security as my etiquettes. I'm missing having the 3 etiquettes, but I'm going to go ahead and stop at 4 charisma on this character. After this, it's going to be willpower and key casting, strength, and body. These 3 here are going to be the ones that are going to get raised. Key casting is probably going to go up until the cyberware affinity is going to go up 1. The key casting is going to raise until I get to 4, and then I'm going to start increasing willpower. Strength is going to keep going up. Body is going to keep going up. We've spent, I don't know how much. Anyway, it's close to 100. Anyway. Oh, how much armor am I having? The totem I gave her gives her +1 armor. So there's that. Anyway, I found some amusing things, and that's why I'm doing this extra. The elevator disgorges you onto the mezzanine with little fanfare. Off in the distance, you can hear the sounds of clinking glasses, carefree laughter, and silverware on china. And look who I brought to the party. We should discuss our approach, Grindel. I would recommend researching the apartment as our first course of action. I'm somewhat dubious about the idea of crashing the party. We ghouls are seldom welcome at such events. Sure, but Neville Ma and Penelope Wong will be at the party. If we don't bluff our way in, we can't talk to them. Doc Xin Yang is paying us to find out how Ma is up and walking so quickly after the accident. Talking to the guy should probably be a good idea. Yeah, let's go to the party and see if we can dig anything up. If you think you can get us in, lead the way. She rubs her hands together excitedly. The catering at these things is always top-notch. We're talking caviar, Grindel, booze with gold flecks in it. I think I might smell pheasant. I don't understand how you can be hungry. I just watched you power down a dozen dumplings and a pitcher of oxtail soup. Oh, I'm not hungry. I don't think I could eat another bite, but I do have a messenger bag and about 20 empty pockets. She pats the bag at her side. Come on, Grindel, let's go mingle. That's not the funny thing. There's this guy. I'm not going to do anything different with him. We don't have anything really different with him. What's so special at this party? Are you kidding? There are tons of Trid stars out there. Man, I'd love to get my picture taken with Derek Ewan or Wing Maklam. They're in Promises in Moonlight. You know the show, right? Afraid not. I could lie to him and see what he says, but I don't really interested. Now, here's the funny thing. I haven't talked to this guy yet. Good evening, ma'am. Welcome to the veranda at the Repulse Bay. How may I be of service? This is going to probably be the same thing. Why don't you take a break? I can't afford to miss any tips. I am willing to trade you out for some information. Access to the penthouse. This is all the same. Neville Maz. And Charisma 3. Of course. There we go. Here we go. Security guard stands in front of the patio, a bored expression on his face. He looks you up and down as you approach. Private party, pal. His eyes land on Gaichu and his face goes white. He recoils in horror. What the hell? Ghoul! Ghoul in the lounge! Be silent. His voice comes out in a rasping hiss. Calm yourself. You're going to cause a panic. The guard stares at you, his mouth agape. What in the hell do you think you're doing bringing a ghoul in here? Charisma 3! That's enough charisma. Having charisma 5 or 6 would be better, but charisma 3 is good. Use your head. That isn't a real ghoul. He's an actor in costume. Oh. He leans in to inspect Gaichu. That makeup is really good. He shoots a backward glance at you, then turns back to the guard with a slight bow. Thank you very much. Hair and makeup worked very hard. Hey, if you don't mind my asking, what show are you working on? I might like to check it out. It's a pilot. We're shopping it to the networks. He jerks his thumb in your direction. Talk to my agent. She can fill you in on the details. The guard looks at you expectantly. I went with this one. It's called Shadow Force. It's about a team of Shadowrunners who get sent to the future so that they can help fight against alien invaders. It's to the future? It's called Chop Chop Kitchen. It's an ultra-violent cooking show about a cannibal chef who kills cooks and eats other chefs. It's called Ghoul School. It's a musical comedy about an international academy for HMHVV-infected youth. This is the one I did before, and his response is, the twist is, we are the invaders all the time. But I'm going to go ahead and do Ghoul School. That'll be interesting. I play the role of Mr. Hondo, the martial arts instructor. The guard nods excitedly. Hey, that sounds really good. You know, a lot of show business types come around these parts. I'll do what I can to shop it around. Ghoul School. It has a great ring to it. That's not any different. The only thing that changed was he put in Ghoul School instead of Shadow Force. Yes, we are all very proud. So the only thing that changes is what he adds to the bit. Well, I've kept you long enough. You head on into the party. It's a real pleasure meeting you, sir. Yes, thank you for your enthusiasm. The pleasure was mine. That was amazing! Okay, so that's the funny thing about bringing a ghoul to the party. If I have any other reactions, I'm going to go ahead and try to record it, but see you later. So, we've managed not to kill as many of her people because we went right to her and took her out. We still knocked out one. You are pathetic, weak. His lip curls into a sneer. You are given the power of the gods and you snivel about feelings. What is wrong with you? I never wanted to be this way. I'm trying my best. Your best is barely competent. You squander your potential, then bawl about your cast-off life when you're defeated. You don't deserve the gift you have been given. No, you're right. I'm not cut out for this. She turns to you, a look of misery smeared across her face. Can we call a truce, please? Maybe. I scratch your back, you let me live, please? I think we can work something out conditionally. Yes, anything. Just tell me what you need. First, want some answers, and we're going to cut through these. We know all this from the other one. What? What's it like to be a vampire? Is there a cure? I've decided what's going to happen. You're going to live up to your potential, and I'm going to help you. You are? We are? So you don't know how to be a monster. Well, as it happens, I have a bona fide monster right here. Gaichu will teach you what to do. And why would I do that, Grindel? I fail to understand. Because I've decided I like you, and I can think of worse friends to have on my side than a vampire. Well, in that case, I accept gratefully. What about Xin Yang? What are we supposed to tell him? He wants Penelope wrong. What do you say, Ku Feng? Think you can get Neville to let her go? In a heartbeat. Neville can't say no to me. He'll do it, no question. Excellent. Let this be the first of many favors that you pay for me. She smiles violently. It is settled then. May this be the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. We got objective completed, defeat Ku Feng. And we only had to knock out one person with bullets. Or did I stab him? Either way. Anyway, I'll come back when I see what he has to say about this run. He's probably not going to be supportive because he does not like Ku Feng. I like Ku Feng. Ku Feng is nice. Okay, so let's see what he thinks of that run. You're getting rusty. We've read this. What good is a sharpened edge without precision to apply it? We've read that. What do you think about the last run? Gaichu shakes his head, running a hand over his scalp. Vampires, trid producers, fancy parties. This is not the sort of affair I assumed I would be participating in as a Shadowrunner. It seems strange, the rivalry between Xinjiang, Ma, and Ma. Most professional rivals don't hire augmented killers or freelance mages to solve their problems. Yet Xinjiang was insistent that only outside help could solve his problem. Why not simply kill Ma? Social mores in the city elude me, I confess. Ugh. Ku Feng. Gaichu chuckles quietly, baring his teeth as he leans. Ku Feng, what an incredible waste of space. I should hope she takes my lessons of philosophy to heart. The life of a vampire is more perilous than my own, as her appetite is greater. Who knows? Perhaps we will not have seen the last of her. I hope not. She's nice. She's good. I hope that I'm not going to come to regret that like I did with Apex. Is there anything else I can do for you? And the rest of it is what we know. Anyway, incredible waste of space. HMHV. Oh, I didn't show that to you, did I? There was a bit where they met and the vampire and the ghoul had a pissing contest. And Gobbett made a comment about HMHVV beatdown. I should have shown that to you all. Oh well. Maybe some other time. Oh well. Oh, since I'm here. The chopsticks are a simple affair. Black lacquer, obviously cheap and mass-produced. Whatever reason Gaichu has for keeping them, it isn't their age or quality. Taking a closer look at the chopsticks, it becomes apparent that they have seen some rough use. The lacquer near the tips is chipped and flaking away, revealing the wood beneath. The wood itself is stained a dark brown and is crusted with something. You'll remember that I lost a chopstick discussion. This is it. Why did you keep these chopsticks? Gaichu bursts into unexpected laughter, almost dropping his sword as he doubles over. He manages to gasp out a sentence after a long moment. Oh my goodness, I had forgotten those were in the box. He takes a few deep breaths as composing himself. Tell me, have you ever heard of Tetsuya Nakamura? Raising his sword, Gaichu returns to his practice. Is he somebody important? He was a member of Shiawase's upper management for many years, running most of Shiawase's Envirotech's agricultural development, a very bright star in the corporate world. He died in 2052, and those chopsticks are what I killed him with. Chopsticks? Really? They were the closest thing to a weapon I had at hand. Nakamura took his security very seriously and employed several highly augmented bodyguards. It was only through several months of extensive planning that we were able to get near him at all. When faced with a challenge, one is often forced to improvise with what is at hand. We had studied Nakamura's schedule painstakingly, particularly his twice-monthly trips to Neo-Tokyo and Osaka. Shiawase's presence would have made any attempt in his life functionally impossible. In Neo-Tokyo, though, in studying his movement patterns, we discovered that he would eat at a particular French restaurant in Ginza every second trip at precisely 8:30 in the evening. It seemed that he had a secret lover who lived in Roppongi, and he was visiting him during his business trips. Owing to this secrecy, he would give his bodyguards the night off when the two met. The restaurant in question was famous for its molecular gastronomy and the precision of their chefs, not to mention the view from the 38th floor. We managed to secure reservations near Nakamura's usual table, but only for two of us. It was decided that Sasaki and I would be the pair to kill Nakamura. Ishida and Aomori would wait one floor below, and Takagawa would keep watch from a nearby skyscraper. We carried small but high-powered pistols as well as tactical knives. We expected it to be easy. So what went wrong? As I rose to draw my pistol at Nakamura, his lover somehow knew what was happening. He shrieked bloody murder and burst into flames. We discovered after the fact that he was a powerful, very powerful mage, but we hadn't discovered this in our surveillance. Somehow he managed to throw a barrier over the two of them that deflected my bullets. When I pulled my knife, it turned red hot. I was forced to drop it. Sasaki engaged him in a contest of wills. I'm not sure how that kind of magic works, but could not shatter his barrier. She was too busy dodging the lightning bolts he was throwing, and since the flames had set off the fire system, well, it was not easy. Nakamura broke and ran, and I pursued him. He had a small holdout pistol, PB-120 or something similar, and I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find. Gaichu gestures towards you with the tip of his sword. Those chopsticks. I slid them up into his brainstem through the trachea. He died without making a sound. Not that I would have been able to hear it over the sound of Aomori's machine gun rattling away one floor below. Apparently the bodyguards were not truly given the night off and were still nearby. How did you get out? With the windows blown out, we fast roped down the side of the building and disappeared into the night. It was not the cleanest job, but it was very memorable. I still remember the smell, ozone, bechamel mixing with the cordite and view of Plicots. And that is didn't ask what happened to the lover, but that is the story of the chopsticks. So there you have it.